Hey everyone, this is Greenie22 here, and welcome to Greenie's Guides. And we are doing collectibles for Battlefield Hardline, episode 3, and we've got our first warrant for the episode, and this is Luis Minguez. I'm not quite sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I am pronouncing it. And so, as you saw here, I did get out the scanner, I analysed him, and I made sure that he was analysed, because if they aren't, then it just avoids when you arrest them. It doesn't show up as a warrant. So as you can see here, I'm coming around and I'm arresting Luis first and getting him out of the way, just so if anything goes wrong, I've already got him arrested. And then I'm going to come around to these two, and I am going to arrest these two as well. You can see on the ground there is some white stuff that is actually evidence for a case file. As you can see here, there is the first one, and that is evidence, and that's cocaine. And then there's a barrel over here you also need for evidence, and this is the end of the evidence for this section of the episode. So the next section, if you take the boat and you take a sharp left to start off with, and then keep going forward, you'll come to here. And this is a really small island area. You should be able to find it, and there's only one evidence on this little island here, and that is the barrel. You need to scan the barrel from this particular angle and you should get your next piece of evidence. And then the next section, you should hear the audio kick in now. There was a little bit of difficulties with the other section, the audio didn't record properly, so I'm coming through here. And as you can see, if you keep going straight after that little island, then you'll get to this section. And what you have to do is you have to use the grapple in order to shoot it onto that little support structure. So as you can see, I'm coming into the menu, the weapons menu, and I managed to get the grapple. So what you have to do now is shoot this at the supporting, and then all you have to do is climb up, and then there should be a little piece of evidence on the table. And then the next one is all the way across the other side of the map. It looks like just like this little structure here, except there's two of them, and you need to traverse from one to the other. So as you can see, we're coming up now, we're getting closer to us. This is what it looks like. This is on the complete opposite side of the river, and what you need to do is you need to use the grapple hook on the supporting beam, first support, I don't even know what to call it really, and what you have to do is use the grappling hook then to go from one to another. So as you can see here, I've got the grapple hook gun and just trying to get in position and shoot it, and then you should be able to climb up. And there is a little hard cut in here, because if you shoot too low on the opposite supporting beam, then you won't be able to get on top. It'll just knock you off. So make sure you go as high as you can, and hopefully don't hit any of the structure. So as you can see, the scanner went off. All we have to do is turn around and you need to scan the map right there. Even Kai mentions it, so it is a pretty easy one to get. Just getting there is the hard part. Now we're on to the gator farm, and we're getting our first warrant here for our second warrant for the episode, but the first warrant in this section, and this is for Thomas Bell. And I'll show you exactly how I do this.
So what?
So as you can see, all these guys are together at first, and then after that they are going to disperse. Two will be together, we'll be after them first.
Fanning out.
So as you can see, after they've dispersed from their little group meeting, you jump down, you come to the right here, and you arrest these two, because they are by themselves and no one is near them, and it's easier to get them than any of the other ones.
I got the other one.
And because Kai is there, she also manages to keep them in bay and make sure they don't get out of control. So the next one here is just this guy on the other side. You want to go across to him. You can just walk, really. You don't really get noticed. And when you walk up to him, just arrest him as well. You can just go up to him and knock him out, but you'll need a distraction for that. So just arresting him is the easiest option. And if you come over here now, there's another guy by himself. You can arrest him. And I actually nearly got caught when the Thomas Bell, the warrant for this episode, got suspicious because he saw the body. But that's how I managed to arrest him. So as you can see, he starts to get suspicious there because he saw the body. And so he's coming over towards the body, so I hide behind this shed door, and when he comes out, I manage to arrest him.
Oh, shit.
So as you can see, I've already arrested him here, and there we go. That is the warrant for this section. There's one more warrant in the episode, but that will be a bit later on, and this is from where the story cuts out. I've cut out the story elements, so there's no spoilers for you guys. But there is 3 pieces of evidence for a case file, and the first one is actually on Thomas's body.
Okay.
So when you get in, arrest him, you can get his body and get the evidence up there. Second piece of evidence is this gator in the middle of the pit area. And then the last piece of evidence is in a shed, that one furthest in front, and it's just a pair of boots. For some unknown reason, I decided to go into this one because I forgot my bearings. And so when I finally get myself together, there we go, go into this building, and there are some boots on the ground. Now the next section is the sawmill. And in this first section, there's a case file and the warrant, of course, for the episode. And with the case file, this is pretty simple. You can get that boat from a distance. When you hold to analyze, you can get it. And then the alarm and reinforcement notification pops up. And you can see who I tag and where everyone else is. So if I analyze that guy right at the back there, that is Nathan Brown. He is the warrant for this section of the episode. And in a minute, it should jump forward to when I'm about to arrest him, and you can see that Kai does say that you can go in quiet or loud. It's probably easy to go in quiet because you can't really do much when the target is trying to shoot at you. So I did manage to arrest him there, and that's that done. And now we have 3 pieces of evidence left for the episode. First one, just turn straight to the left there, and you should be able to find some water samples just off to the side there. And then if you go to the logs, on the back of the logs there should be a piece of paper with a knife through it attached. And you can see right there, just scan that. And then there's one inside this container here. I have cut out the story elements because there is a story element as soon as you enter. But if you turn to the left and just look at the computers, you should find your last piece of evidence for the episode. And I really hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to like or even hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching. More trophies or achievements for Battlefield Hardline, make sure you click the video in this